the undying, the unmortal, or the undead. Those that exist somewhere between the spaces of life and death have many names. In Terminus, one of them is the Withered. On December 9th, Visionary Realms, the developer of the upcoming MMORPG Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, provided some significant lore about these beings and the temple they inhabit, known as the Gate. In this video, we'll explore the lore surrounding the Withered and speculate on their origins. To understand the Withered, we need to first understand the Wraiths of Terminus. Firstly, know that the Wraiths appear to be native to Terminus. In a time ages before even the elves arrived, there was a resplendent cliffside known as the Gate. The elves arrived on Terminus during the Age of Seclusion in 9 IH, the second race to arrive on the planet, over 500 years before the Halflings in 620 IH. When the Halflings did arrive, they settled in Wild's End, against the warnings of the elves who foretold them of the Wraiths that haunted these woods. In fact, it was the very presence of the Wraiths that drew the Halflings to settle there. Up to that point, Wild's End was neglected in fear by the humans, who had arrived approximately 200 years earlier in 459 IH. Upon their arrival, the Halflings brought with them a tenacity for wraith hunting. The Nauthi clan of Halfling society are relentless wraith hunters who take glory in destroying the legacy of the one who cursed them so long ago. But if the Wraiths existed on Terminus before their arrival, what legacy burns in the Halfling's soul? The Halfling homeworld of Hirith holds the answer. It is said, for the mountains of Omel held another kingdom far below its heights, the realm of Moths, the Laughing Wraith, king of specters. In an ill-fated bargain with the Halfling king, the Laughing Wraith cursed the entire population with a birthright affliction that would diminish their physical maturity over the next 10 generations. The last generation of the race would be born only as souls. Yet the curse was undone halfway through by the first maiden Lyon, who's famous for outwitting Moths and halting the effects of the curse. And from then on, the Laughing Wraith was known as the Silent Wraith. Hence, the Halflings of Terminus and their endless vengeance for all Wraithkind. On Terminus, it's said the Gate sits upon a face of a cliff and has been described in the lore as a decrepit temple of the dispossessed. Yet it may have had another name before the Halflings came upon it. It was noted the origins of this name are not definitive, but it is what the Halflings called the place, though it is perhaps used more as a description of the temple's function rather than a proper name itself. It's curious that the Halflings chose to call this place the Gate, and hints at a knowledge perhaps only known to their race, possibly even linked to their arrival upon the planet. Perhaps the Halflings were not the only ones to arrive from Hirith in 620 IH. The lore informs that it's at the Gate the Nauthi seek to persecute his ilk in every crevice of Terminus, chasing whispers that the Silent Wraith smolders in secret somewhere amongst the realms. Does the Silent Wraith dwell deep in the temple ruins? And if so, who was there when he arrived and what befell them? We now know that the temple was occupied by a religious order of some kind, seemingly mortal in their nature. It was said the worshippers of this seemingly benign cult dwelt in relative seclusion for centuries until a peculiar trait was observed regarding their high priest. He never seemed to age. Generations of sub-altar priests would enter, rise, and die out, but this chief among them would not suffer the same mortal's fate. The similarities between this high priest's fate and the Silent Wraith's curse can't be denied. Where once the devout walked the halls of the Gate, it's believed that the Wraiths inhabit the very temple grounds that dominated their worship in their former life. It's these Wraiths that the Halflings have dubbed the Withered. It's the Halflings who are believed to know more of their twisted lineage than any other race, at least upon Kingsreach. What secrets have they discovered of the fate of this former cult that now haunts the ruins? Halfling scholars may be of assistance as the Withered language is ancient, fragmented, and glyphic, much as reconstructed from legend, inference, and broken translations, yet it's a story largely untold. The Tale of the Withered is a storyline perhaps suited for a keeper amongst the halflings, so any foray into the gate is sure to reveal much. As noted, it is inside the gate where adventurers will find the ancient halls of the Withered and quest to uncover some of Terminus's most primeval and guarded secrets. So, while Wraiths have existed on Terminus for ages, the Withered may be one type with a specific curse. All Withered are Wraiths, but not all Wraiths are Withered. If this is true, what makes the Withered distinct from all Wraiths? Is Malth, the silent Wraith, responsible for creating the Withered? Does he wait for us in the deep within the temple? By definition, a gate is a barrier between two distinct spaces. Hence, the most pressing question is, what lies on the other side of the gate?